Today's January 26, 2008. The day after 12 children were taken to the hospital from Waimea Canyon Middle School. 60 students reported to the health room. Many more were turned away. There was not enough room for them. On Thursday afternoon at 3:40, teachers witnessed Syngenta spray operators applying a pesticide which we later found out to be Warrior, according to Syngenta, one of their brand products. And the symptoms that the students and staff were expressing yesterday are all identified on that product's MSDS. Despite this, by 4 p.m. yesterday, the Honolulu Advertiser's website stated that classrooms on Kauai are emptied as a result of weeds. They're once again saying that the wild spider flower is the cause. Syngenta sprayed this field on Monday, Martin Luther King. And on Tuesday they had field workers out here hand weeding this line of date palm. The pile of weeds that resulted from that weeding were no more than a residential home would have from weeding their backyard. Those weeds are in the sun, in a pile, out in this field since Tuesday. And the symptoms of illness occurred yesterday, January 25th. Although we did have spikes of illness, particularly on north winds, as a result of fields that they have cultivated. As you can see, it's difficult to see because they've also planted new trees. Pretty blurry, but there are fields north of our school that are almost pollinating already. And when they initially planted those, we had spikes of illness when the wind blew off of those fields towards our campus. They waited until our 3-week winter break to plant this field that we know is field 809. Within the week of our return, students were expressing symptoms indicative of pesticide exposure. As you can see, the date palm, the buffer zone of date palm that Syngenta had planted, are all wilted and dying, despite their major efforts to pump them with water. As you can see, all the plants are very stunted. Shot of their ginger plant that they've planted along the edge as a masking, also suffering from soil poisoning. We'll pan out and around to show we are at the back of T building, a building that houses 7th, 8th graders as well as students with disabilities. Teachers in this building rarely open their windows as a result of the chronic smell of pesticide, particularly in the afternoon, where our prevailing winds are daily west-southwest. I'm not sure if the camera can pick up, but the ground is saturated from a very heavy rain last night that occurred. The Department of Ag did not take any soil samples and are supposed to come on Monday and take soil samples. However, by that time, having been saturated with heavy rain, enough to form puddles, there'll be no trace of it left.